Premier League Newcastle United vs Manchester City prediction, team news, lineups preview. Manchester City will endeavour to strengthen their position at the top of the Premier League table when they travel to St James Park to face Newcastle United on Saturday lunchtime. The two teams meet for the first time since March when the Citizens secured a comfortable 2-0 home victory in the FA Cup quarter-finals, courtesy of 2 goals from Bernardo Silva. Match preview. Newcastle accumulated 10 points from their opening 4 Premier League matches, but positive results masked a far from convincing start and they have since suffered their first defeat of the season away against Fulham, going down 3-1 at Craven Cottage last weekend. Goals inside the first 22 minutes from Raul Jimenez and Emile Smith-Rowe put the Cottagers in control, before Harvey Barnes pulled one back for the Magpies within the opening minute of the restart with his 3rd goal in as many games. However, Fulham secured maximum points with a stoppage-time strike from Reiss Nelson. Eddie Howe admitted after the match that their error-strewn loss to Fulham was the worst we have played this term. And while they may sit 6th in the table and only 3 points off the summit, the Magpies faithful are aware that performances must improve if they are to see their team remain towards the top. Newcastle were scheduled to be in EFL Cup 3rd round action on Tuesday, but their away clash with League Two outfit AFC Wimbledon was postponed as extensive overnight flooding created a sinkhole on the pitch at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. This fixture has since been rearranged to take place on October 1st at St James Park, and the winners will face Chelsea in the 4th round. Howe and Co. have therefore been given a few days extra rest ahead of a challenging Premier League contest with Man City, whom they have beaten just once in their last 33 top-flight meetings, a 2-1 home victory in January 2019 under Rafael Benitez. Just 49 hours separated the end of Man City's pulsating 2-2 Premier League draw with Arsenal on Sunday and kick-off against Watford in the EFL Cup 3rd round on Tuesday, resulting in Pep Guardiola making 9 changes to his starting lineup. Nevertheless, the Citizens prevailed by a 2-1 scoreline courtesy of first-half goals from Jeremy Doku and Matheus Nunes. There was nearly a sting in the tail from the Hornets, who pushed for a late equalizer after Tommins pulled one back with a superb strike, but the hosts held on for a narrow victory. The 8-time EFL Cup winners will face Tottenham Hotspur away in the 4th round next month, but they will first turn their attention back to the Premier League and will be looking to extend their unbeaten top-flight run in 2024 to 25 matches when they come up against Newcastle. Only Chelsea 26 in 2008 have ever enjoyed a longer unbeaten run in the Premier League era from the start of a calendar year. Man City will be confident of success on Saturday as they have won more Premier League matches 31. More away games 12 and scored more goals 101 against Newcastle than they have versus any other opponent in the division. They have also scored in each of their last 31 league meetings, which is the longest scoring streak that one team has against another in the division's history. The Citizens are sure to be aware of Newcastle's 10-game unbeaten home run, but they were in fact the last team to beat the Magpies at St James Park, with a stoppage-time strike from Oscar Bob sealing a 3-2 victory in January. They did lose 1-0 away from home in the EFL Cup 3rd round this time last year, though. Team news. Newcastle quartet Callum Wilson back, Sven Botman, Jamal Lascelles both knee and Lewis Miley ankle all remain sidelined with injuries, the former of whom is not expected to return until after the next international break. Howe may consider making changes at full-back, with both Valentino Livramento and Lewis Hall in contention to replace Kieran Trippier and Lloyd Kelly, while Sandro Tonelli could push Joe Willock for his first Premier League start of the season in midfield. In form, Barnes is set to be rewarded with another start on the left flank, lining up in a front three next to Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak, who have scored just a goal each in Newcastle's opening 5 league matches. As for Man City, they will have to cope without star midfielder Rodri, who has suffered knee ligament damage and could be ruled out for the rest of the season. Oscar Bob leg fracture and Nathan Ake muscle are also in the treatment room. While Kevin De Bruyne, who has missed Man City's last 2 games with a groin problem, is doubtful and will be assessed ahead of kickoff. After making 9 changes for the EFL Cup win over Watford in midweek, Guardiola is set to recall a number of senior stars for the clash with Newcastle, including first-choice goalkeeper Ederson, Manuel Akanji, Ruben Dias, Josko Gvardiol, Mateo Kovacic, Bernardo Silva and Erling Haaland, the latter of whom has scored 10 goals in just 5 Premier League games so far this term. Newcastle United possible starting lineup: Pope, Livramento, Schär, Byrne, Hall, Tonali, Guimaraes, Joelinton, Gordon, Isak, Barnes. Manchester City possible starting lineup: Ederson, Akanji, Dias, Gvardiol, Lewis, Kovacic, Savinho, Bernardo, Gundogan, Doku, Haaland. We say, Newcastle United 1-2 Manchester City. In front of a roaring St James Park crowd, Howe will be seeking a reaction from his Newcastle side after losing last weekend. But whether they can step up for the big occasion against a Rodri-less Man City remains to be seen. Indeed, the citizens may be without their star lynchpin, but Guardiola still has a number of quality players who are capable of filling the void short term. With goal machine Haaland also set to lead the line, we can see the reigning champions coming out on top against the Magpies once again. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.